want to say something else here. Whenever I see that and people say, "Oh, I would never open her. I have too much respect for myself. I wouldn't do that." Like, it's usually rationales for like why apologizing for game is or not having game is not itself game. Bro. So like when I see this, my initial, like, I understand what you're saying, but my initial and a reaction to that is, okay, well, if this is fake, if this is plastic, if this is superficial, which is really what that is, what they're saying is they're all superficial, they're all fake, they're all plastic, they're all okay. You can call names all you want, but you're just saying that they're not real. I'm like, okay, what is real? What is not superficial? Like, what does that look like to you? What is the characteristics of that? What is the type of woman that would be real to you in the first place?
It's so crazy because when I first met you on my show, I wouldn't guess that you've had one thing done to your face because it looks so beautiful. And you're like,
a whole hell of a lot.
That's what you told me. But like sitting across
face.
from you, like I would never think that in a million years.
Thank
then you meet these girls that are just so beautiful, and they have way more plastic surgery that, no, I'm not talking about you. They have way more plastic surgery than someone that doesn't, but I think it's just pretty's pretty. Either you're pretty or you're not pretty.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Or I find you attractive or I don't.
What are you saying, Amber?
I've never been insulted by someone saying I look plastic.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
thank you.
it's like obviously.
But that's the point.
And you're threatened by something about that.
Oh, but that's the point. The point is, like, of course you're not insulted. You don't give a fuck about them anyway. They're doing it for themselves. One more time, let me explain this to you. This YouTube shit is new to me. I don't give a fuck. I'm telling you right now, I am trying to help people improve and level up. I am telling you, when you call women plastic that would never date you, you are fucking yourself. Your negativity is fucking yourself. That is all you're doing. You will never, ever get good with women, period. If you result to calling women that you would never call, women who would never date you, you call them a whore. Women who would never date you, you call them plastic. Wait till they can date you first. Then maybe you can pass some judgment. But you're not saying those words because they're true. You're saying those words because these women would reject you. I know some of you are still going to come at me. That's fine. You can come at me. The reality of the situation is the reason why you're saying that shit, you're saying it to women who would never fucking go out with you. If you don't have game, you don't come at me with fucking avatars with no picture on them on anonymous chats talking about women are plastic who would never fucking go out with you, bro.
You will never win that argument.
Like, stop breathing out of your mouth.
One more argument you'll never win. How about this, ladies? Please back me up. Back me up if I'm right. Don't back me up if I'm not right. You're the hottest one out of all of them, or you're the hottest one out of all your friends, or I want, there's like 5 of you and your girlfriends, like, I pick you, I'd only ever pick you. That's the worst. If you're a guy and you're trying to give somebody a compliment, you want to date them, you want to make them feel good, just say you're so beautiful, or you're whatever, I love whatever about you in this picture. Which goes back to the whole plastic thing. If you're a guy and you're maybe in a mixed group and you're saying, well, I'd never speak to those women, they're too plastic. You're all natural, I like you, or whatever. But
like, they don't do that. They don't speak to the all natural girls either.
But that's what I'm saying, though. It's just like, you're not. Another way to not look cool is to try to make other women look bad, especially in front of another woman while trying to hit on that particular woman and kind of be like, oh, I'm alpha, I wouldn't go for that, I'd only go for you.
So here's how you destroy that rationale. Okay, first of all, I always say, like, okay, so what is real to you? What is your definition of like reality? So have you had a nose job? Have you done like?
I've had everything job.
Okay, so
everything except the nose.
Sorry, Tori. I'm going to make this comparison. Like in the chat, like, everybody gives Tori shit for her nose, right? And I'm like,
love it.
I think her nose is great, right? But she's never had work done. You have.
Would you ever?
You have.
Would you ever do your nose?
I don't think so.
If I said right now, I'm going to pay for your nose job, I know the best doctor.
Yeah.
Would you do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Chris,
if you did that, would she now be considered fake?
Right. Yeah.
No, she's already beautiful, so I feel
here's
like.
the thing that bothers me. Guys will say women have a digital footprint, and so you shouldn't date anybody that does OnlyFans, all this shit. But guys have a digital footprint too. If you found out that your soon-to-be husband would leave comments like this in chats, would you end the engagement? Yes or no?
I wouldn't end the engagement.
You would at this bitch. I would.
I'd be embarrassed.
Yes, I would.
very
If you found
embarrassed.
out he was like in chats, just like they're fake and ugly and blah blah blah.
Bro,
I think I would have
can't
to.
Therapy.
I can't think of a lower form of life. Like
Yeah.
literally, like Jeffrey Dahmer gives
not
more to
attractive.
the world than people who fucking comment on YouTube
yeah.
videos.
I
Well,
can
I make-
just
like,
draw
I
that.
make
negative
that
shit.
I make that comparison because she's never had work done to her face. You have. Who's faker?
Right.
But yet I'm already looking at comments in the chat right now saying, "Oh, Tori's nose is busted." Right? I'm like, okay, well, how does she fucking win?
Right,
How
right,
does she win?
right.
She has. If she gets it done, she's fake. If she doesn't have it done, she got busted nose.
Right. And then if I wear a push-up bra, or my boobs still fake, or if I wear heels, or if I have extensions, like where does one start and then where does it
So,
stop?
There's so
this
much
goes,
that guys can't
this
tell,
goes
honestly.
back. This goes back to when I also deal with guys, such as I hate to run you up the flagpole, Justin, but like guys, Justin Waller, for example.
God damn, Justin Waller's good looking.
And I love
Shout out to Justin
I love
Waller.
Justin
You're so
Waller.
good looking.
He's my boy.
Bro, I think I'm
That's
good
how we
looking.
met, by the
Justin
way.
Waller, bro. He just walks in the room and everybody stops what they're doing.
But and on this show, in this room, I mean, Justin said the same thing. He's like, you should be made, get yourself together, be the real deal, right? Be authentic, be a real genuine guy, right? And he gets really pissed off at guys like who try to find an end run around like, how can I get with girls even though I'm not paid and not, like it's like pickup artistry, right? Like how do I do that? And the first thing out of any guy's mouth is, well, you're being fake. You got to be real before you can get in there like that. And I'm like, well, is that not the same like dynamic that I just made the comparison here? So it's like, well, if you're going to require all these dudes to be the real deal. Okay, well, what is the real deal for
I think
women? What's
she's
authentic? Like, what makes you not superficial?
Hold on, let's talk about real quick with Justin Waller. Justin Waller happens to be a tall dude and a good-looking dude, but Justin Waller
I met him?
goes to the gym. Justin Waller goes to the gym. Justin Waller was a tight end at a Division I college. Justin Waller walks like an athlete. I can tell whenever I see another football player, I can tell this motherfucker walks like an athlete. He worked on his voice, his presentation. He watches himself on camera all the time. That is also the part why it works. There are other facets, just like the sliders. If you guys ever play Madden or some other video game like 2K, speed, acceleration, intelligence, all these different sliders. Justin just worked on all the sliders. That's the way.
Tori, you're hot. You're already hot. So if you got your nose done, you'd just be hotter.
Thank you so much.
But you're already hot.
Yeah.
I've worked on all my sliders, like tits, ass.
You maxed your
injections.
stats.
I went to I'm in Orange Theory. I'm boxing. I'm yogaing.
So
Everything.
But what my point, I guess, in saying that is she's already hot, so it's just an excuse for someone like that to say, well, she's not really hot because she's had this, and that done.
If you can't win, and that goes back to your point, which is they would never talk to you in the first place,
Right.
whether their nose is busted or they had a nose job, right?
Right.
So at that point, it's like you have to ask, and I would ask guys and women this too, because women are always looking for the guy who's like the whole deal, right? Like just like what Justin was saying. So what is it? If I need glasses, right, to look at am I being fake then? Because I'm not using my real eyes to look at this. I mean, at what point do you
I guess if
cross
you're wearing
the threshold?
contacts,
Yeah.
Right.
versus your glasses.
Or
I don't know.
my hair is like lighter than it actually is. If I go and dye my that roller guy, he's dyeing his hair. Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
and
So
There's no such thing as
Are
fake.
you fake? Like,
There's no
what's
such thing as fake boobs. Bro, I've been hit in the face by them. They're real as a motherfucker. There's no such thing as fake boobs. No such thing.
To me, with like just looks and plastic surgery and authenticity, it's definitely like what resonates with you. Because I feel more authentic with all the plastic surgery I have now than if I would like be like, oh, I don't want to get anything done because I don't want to seem fake or like this and that. Where it's like it's really about like aligning yourself with how you feel.
Tori and I had this conversation in the car. She was like, we were talking about fake boobs, and she's like, what is all with all these guys who like say they want like natural boobs? I'm like, no, you don't. You don't want natural.
Yeah,
if that were the case, no girl would be getting them if that wasn't the case.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of girls will get certain plastic surgery or like things done, and then guys will honestly not always know that they have had it done. Whether it's nose, face, filler, Botox,
Even makeup.
and then you get all of that done, and they're like, wow,
They don't
you look
even
so
care.
pretty and
Yeah,
natural.
true.
And I'm like, oh, little do you know, I've had like 8 surgeries.
Yeah.
Literally,
I'm not saying
yeah.
that I have or haven't, but
I identify as a hot chick with big fake tits. So
like my
that's
mom
what
said, I could be
became,
whatever I
baby.
wanted to be, and this is
Yeah.
what I chose to be, and I built
Exactly.
it. You know.
Yeah.
It's